I'm currently in Cabo San Lucas. The first thing I'm going to do this morning is jump in the ocean, and then I'm going to share how I felt safe while I'm here in Mexico. Dipping into the ocean is genuinely one of the best ways to start our morning here in Mexico, and I've just been loving that morning ritual so much. I'm making tacos for breakfast now, and like I said, we're in Cabo San Lucas. We've also spent time in Cabo San Jose, which is nearby, and we went to the art district. We walked around and looked at all the vendors, bought some stuff. I like this one too. Which one? I generally don't enjoy cities that much. I actually really loved spending the day in Cabo San Jose. We did a little stealth camping over there, and now we're camping at this campsite right by the beach, which is also really beautiful. I've been in Mexico for over a month now, but I've also traveled through Mexico, not in my van, but through hostels in mainland Mexico. I've done a couple trips that way, so I feel like I have a good grasp on this country, traveling throughout it, and how to feel safe while doing it. For these tacos, I am doing onions, mushrooms, bell peppers, zucchini, broccoli, and we're gonna do a little scramble of sorts.
Here from sight, they may cry, but as the secure base from which a child moves out into the world.
I tend to postpone doing dishes, especially because I have such a deep sink, and I can just put it in the sink and then put the cutting board over it, and I completely forget about it. But I'm trying to get better at doing it immediately after I eat and not postponing my chores, because I'm gonna have to do them either way, so I might as well just do them immediately after. Every time I've ever come to Mexico, my #1 comment is, how do you feel safe there? Or the other comments are, you're gonna be kidnapped, you're going to be raped, murdered, why are you going to Mexico? Oh my god. My friend was struggling to get up. Do you wanna be in the video or you wanna be on the ground? I personally think Mexico is a beautiful country, and I want everyone to feel and safe here and just honestly have a full picture of how traveling through Mexico is, because I feel like the way Mexico is portrayed in the media is not an honest and full picture of Mexico. With that being said, I know that there are risks to traveling in general and traveling in Mexico, so these are some things I do to feel safe while I'm traveling here. You want to go on a walk? Let's go. The thing that has made me feel the most safe while I'm here is traveling with a group of people. So I came in here with a caravan of almost 10 people. Wait, actually, hold on, let me count. Rachel, Val, Maddie. Actually, it was only 5 other people. But regardless, it was nice to have other people I was traveling with. Some of those people have split up, gone back to the States, and now we've connected with more people. So right now I'm at this beach with a bunch of other people who live in vans and who are traveling throughout Mexico, and that makes me feel really safe while I'm here. Anyways, let's continue the walk. Choya is loving exploring. Good job. There are certain things I do for my safety regardless of what country I'm traveling in. I took over a year of self-defense Krav Maga classes. I try to avoid driving at night. I park at campsites in a way where I can leave easily. And I have certain security features in the van, like I have window monitoring cameras, I keep weapons beside me, I keep my keys beside me at night. I can make a whole video on the safety features in my van. I have a really nice alarm system. All of that makes me feel very safe in general, and it's just nice to have that in Mexico as well. Let's continue. You do look pretty hot and thirsty. Okay, let's go back. because Choya did need water and he was very hot. So he's just relaxing now. I kind of touched on some of the things I do in the van to make me feel safe, but I also put the blinds up when I'm stealth camping, just so nobody can see inside. I have like trackers in here. I have a satellite phone as well. I have Starlink so that I can have internet at every campsite I'm at, which makes me feel super comfortable. Now I'm going to shower because it has been a while since I showered. I have an outdoor shower, so I'm just gonna use that, heat up some water, go outside, and clean off.
It was easy and it was quiet as the birds held a conversation somewhere beyond words.
That shower was so amazing and very much needed. Now I'm going to answer some of the questions I got on my Instagram at @SarahYak_ about safety in Mexico. The first one is, have you had any scary experiences in Mexico so far? No, there haven't been any scary experiences that I can think of. Last time we were in Mexico, this is so minor, but Tori got scammed. My partner Tori got scammed out of like $5 or something. Some person came up to her and they had a pamphlet and they were like, let's play a game, scratch this off. And then they're like, now you have to pay $5. And we could have been more firm about not paying it, and it was only $5, so it wasn't that big of a deal to us. That's like the only remotely scary thing that's happened in Mexico to us. But I'm gonna go around and ask my friends if they've had any, because they've all obviously been traveling through Mexico. We're all here at the same time, so let's see. Have you had any experiences that made you feel unsafe while you're in Mexico?
Not at all.
Can't think of anything negative.
This is our second time down here in Baja. Actually, nothing scary or bad has ever happened here.
Super safe, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt completely safe.
I remember not ever feeling unsafe last year.
Sometimes we say that we feel safer down here than in the States.
I feel more welcome here, honestly.
We've had nothing but really hospitable, kind locals who've helped us.
People have been so kind. We got stuck once at night and some locals actually came out from their house and helped us.
I would much rather be in Baja than pretty much anywhere else we've traveled from a safety manner.
I'm trying to think of one instance where we have felt uncomfortable, and I don't know if I could name one.
We are driving to the vet right now. We're rushing because they're right about to close. I was around interviewing all our friends and asking them if they've been safe. Turns out Choya, I think, got into some weed or something when we were outside. He was sleeping on Maddie, and I come back and Maddie's like, he has peed on me 2 times while he's sleeping, and it's just so weird because he's never done that before. And then I picked him up and he was wobbling like this and was just acting so weird. So we immediately knew something was wrong, called the vet, and we are rushing there right now.
Tried to open his mouth and he like couldn't open it. I had to like pry it open and it like just closed again.
It's okay, we're gonna get you home soon.
Looks very good. I mean,
Really?
if it's marijuana, that acting is good.
Good job.
You own me as much as you want, okay?
Oh, you're the best, Mom. I've never seen him drool. The vet confirmed what we felt like we already knew, which is that it seems like he's gotten into weed, probably at the beach.
His pupils were dilated. He was peeing without knowing it.
Drooling a lot. He didn't have a fever.
Shaking his head, wobbling his head like this. They said that it's probably weed. And even if it isn't, they're not worried because he seems fairly normal. These vets are really nice and they do
Highly
proper checks on him. They gave him charcoal.
Activated charcoal.
And we've got some charcoal from them to give to Choya every 12 hours. So in the morning we're gonna give him some. They're gonna call us in the morning to check up on him too.
We got back from the vet and he's doing a lot better. He's still shaking. I have a pee pad underneath me because I don't want him to pee on me. Oh, honey. Baby, are you okay? Rory's cleaning her pants because they have pee all over them. I love you. Tori is making us ramen now, which we've been addicted to. I could eat ramen for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
You wanna little bit of sriracha?
Yeah. Thank you. There's not enough. Can I have some? No. No. 3 things. 3? Just 1 for me? Just 2? Just 3?
Yes, just 3.
What do you do differently in Mexico than in other countries when it comes to safety? We try to like drive always together, but we don't even do that because we went to the vet without driving.
Everything's the same. I mean, I was gonna say making sure to drive during the day and not at night.
Yeah.
But we do that in the States too.
Yeah, I don't like driving at night. But I will if I have to. Like, we kind of drove at night after the vet. How important is it to speak some amount of Spanish? It's not that important. But I think everyone should try.
Everyone should.
Good job. Eating. It's so funny to encourage his every movement. Troy getting high is probably the scariest thing that's happened to us while we're in Mexico. Oh, he's gonna go potty.
Good.
Oh my gosh, good boy.
Good boy.
Yay, that's such a good sign. That's the first potty he's... Did he trip?
Yeah.
That's the first potty. Why am I calling it potty? That's the... That's the first time he's gone to the restroom, like, voluntarily since he's been high. Every other time he just pees where he's laying. And now he's eating more. He really does have the munchies. Oh, Troy, you're playful. Oh, good baby. Oh, you're being playful. What was that about? Hi, baby. I've never been so happy for you to bite me. He's playing. This is his first time playing since he was drugged. This is such a good sign. This is such a good sign, Troy. Good job. I'm gonna brush my teeth, and good news. Troy is already acting more like himself. He's playing, he's barking, he's growling, he's biting everything. Oh. We are going to go for a ocean dip this morning again because it was so nice yesterday. That was so refreshing. Now I'm gonna go back to the van and make some coffee and breakfast. But before I do, I'm gonna answer another question I got, which is, would I recommend it for solo female travelers? And personally, I would travel through Mexico alone. I have so many friends who've done it. I've met people while I'm here who've done it. So yeah, I would just avoid certain cities probably, and I would feel more sketched out, but I do think I would do it. To me, it feels very similar to anywhere else I've traveled. Just be aware, be alert, but have a good time too. I get a baby coffee because I don't really need that much caffeine. And you get a baby coffee too.
He's completely fine.
Yeah, Troy is doing a lot better today. As soon as we woke up, and honestly, like later into the night, he was starting to feel a lot better and just seemed more like himself. But that was so scary yesterday. I'm so glad he's feeling better. Now we're going to make these Baja vegan fish tacos. Instead of using fish, we're using oyster mushrooms though. Before Tori makes these tacos, I thought I would share the only thing that has kind of made me feel uneasy, or like when I first started traveling in Mexico in the van made me feel really scared, was the border crossing and military crossings. Like they're wearing these big suits and have big guns. It's definitely intimidating.
Don't look like that when they come up. You have like a hood on, sunglasses. What are you hiding?
I just had a lot of anxiety. It wasn't necessarily rooted in any factual story or anything I heard. I mean, I had heard of people having bad experiences and their vans being like very heavily searched, but I haven't really heard of anything really horrific happening other than that. So with that being said, I brought some money just in case to use for bribes. Now I don't know if this is the smartest decision to do because I've heard conflicting things. I've heard people say you shouldn't bribe people in Mexico because it adds to the corruption here, and you should just, if it's like not against the law, then you shouldn't have to pay, which makes a lot of sense. But for me, I just kept a little money because I didn't know the circumstances, and who knows, like maybe I would have to use it, but obviously I would like try my hardest not to. We've been through a handful of border crossings and military crossings now, and all of them have gone really smoothly. We're going to La Paz eventually.
Vacation?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Adios.
you. Cayenne for a little kick.
We have the mushrooms that Tori fried, VANLIFE cheese, this mango salsa that Denise made that looks so good, lettuce, and Tori made this homemade cream sauce. I'm so excited to try it. I know it's gonna be so good. Doing really good right now, but don't be fooled. I have this treat stuff that he really loves. I am going to fry some tofu right now, and Maddie is making the rest of the components for the curry. So to do this, I get extra firm tofu and then I try to dry it out as much as possible. Cut it in small chunks. I just fry it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, nutritional yeast. So I might add some turmeric since it's curry. I'm just using the old pan from the tacos this morning because I didn't want to get rid of the oil and I didn't want to clean it and I just waste water. So that's what I'm using to fry the tofu. And I only have one induction cooktop, so I'm gonna have to do it in batches. So this little guy is sleeping. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you. We stayed out way later than we realized, or than we thought we would, having dinner outside with Denise, Reed, and Maddie. It's like 10 p.m. right now and I'm so tired. But I'm gonna wrap up this video. I think a lot of times our fear of doing something new and getting out of our comfort zone, the fear manifests as we're afraid of traveling in Mexico, or we're afraid of traveling alone, or we think that there's all these possibilities of like, what if this happens, what if that? And like, yes, there's a possibility of those happening, but a lot of times the root of our fear is just doing something new, and there's something scary about that. And there's also a level of self-sabotage, especially if it's our dream to travel and it's our dream to go to Mexico or whatever. If you really want to do it, you should try. You should try to come to Mexico, because I personally really love this country. I think there's ways you can do it and feel really safe, and there's a lot of beauty here. So also, we wouldn't have met this guy if we didn't come to Mexico, and he's pretty cool. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed now. I hope you guys all have a good night or morning, whatever time you guys are watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next video on Sunday. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe because it really supports my channel. Bye!